When it comes to vaccine mandates, there are really two or three major questions. Are they legal? Are they moral? And do they work? Now, are they legal is something that in the United States is essentially settled. Now, you'll hear people say it's unconstitutional. These are the same people that say the 2020 election was unconstitutional. You ask them, well, what exactly was violated from the Constitution? They don't know. But the legality of vaccine requirements, particularly when there's a test out policy, is really without question at this point in time. Even without a test out policy for things like attending school or whatever the case may be, we've had examples of these going back more than 100 years in the United States in different places. The legality, no matter what you hear on wherever, Facebook, right-wing media, et cetera, the legality is really not in question. The morality is a different type of question. When we think about questions that we want to answer, the first thing we have to determine what kind of a question it is. Is it a question with an empirical answer? How much hydrogen is there in atmospheric air that we breathe or whatever? That's one type of question. Is it wrong to steal bread to feed your family? Well, okay, if you're morally, that's a judgment call. And the question of morality is more of a judgment call, and it can be debated, and it's not what we're doing today. The third question is, do vaccine mandates work? And there are many on the right who have sought to make it seem like vaccine mandates don't work by talking about the number of whatever that are threatening to quit if they have to get vaccinated, saying they will quit, writing a letter stating they will quit. And every single time that happens, I take the position of, let's not go by what the union is threatening. Let's not go by what people are posting on social media. Let's just go by the number of people that actually quit. And we have a new data point, and it's from the New York Police Department. Despite threats and hyperbole that up to a third of NYPD might quit over the vaccine mandate, 10,000 officers might quit. As of this morning, 34 officers have defied the vaccine mandate out of 36,000, meaning 0.09%. There is literally no effect on service at this point, says New York City Police Commissioner Dermot Shea. New York City's vaccine mandate for municipal workers has taken effect, and just 34 police officers have refused it. A far cry from the 10,000 threatened by the NYPD's union. Under the mandate announced by Mayor Bill de Blasio, all city municipal employees, including police, firefighters, and civil servants, must either get vaccinated or be put on unpaid leave. Hundreds of city workers protested the mandate, and the New York Police Department's largest union, the Police Benevolent Association, claimed it would take thousands of cops off the streets. As of Thursday morning, the PBA warned last week there were 10,000 unvaccinated uniformed NYPD members, which equals the staffing of dozens of patrol precincts, who will be barred from reporting for duty on Monday, November 1, unless they have applied for a religious or medical exemption. The union's president, Patrick Lynch, particularly slammed Police Commissioner Dermot Shea for going along with the plan. Commissioner Shea and his team should have told the mayor this mandate and his arbitrary Friday deadline were going to throw NYPD operations into chaos. On Monday, however, the chaos failed to materialize. Less than 36 NYPD officers were put on unpaid leave, and the department reported no interruption in service. Here is Andrew Giuliani, Rudy Giuliani's son, who's running for governor, saying 27% of NYPD may be gone. Take a look.
From police department issuing staffing, we're looking at potentially losing 27% of the NYPD at this moment. I think 73% of the NYPD has actually lost, has the vaccine.
So my position has continued to be, let's see how many of them actually do it. And the real number is 34 out of 36,000. Now, remember, what is the question we are answering? The fact that it's only 34 doesn't mean the vaccine mandate is morally right. I believe it is, but it's important that we understand what is the question we're asking and what is the question that we are answering. The vaccine mandate is working. Now, these 34 officers, they may well find themselves looking around, wondering, what happened to my pension? What happened to my salary? What happened to my healthcare coverage? They may regret this decision. Okay. But the point is, it's only 34 individuals. I also would expect that many of these 34 are mad at the rest of the 36,000 that went ahead and got vaccinated. Okay. That is a really common thing in these situations where those who are the ones that are the outliers, those who are the ones that are doing what I believe is not good for their communities or their families or their jobs or for anything, they will be mad at everybody else for caving to the man and complying, etc. Also, big picture, step back and think about the numbers for a moment. 80% of US adults have received at least one dose so far. 80% of US adults are what we would call at least partially vaccinated right now. There's probably a bunch of lying going on about people claiming not to be vaccinated and actually being vaccinated for social pressure reasons. Anecdotally, we know this is true. We saw a very interesting report on a recent live stream of a CNN reporter who went to, I don't remember where it was, some state in the South, and re-interviewed a guy who was very much against the vaccine 6-9 months ago. And he said, I did get it, but I have not told anyone in my life because of the social pressure not to get the vaccine. I mean, mathematically, when 80% of US adults have gotten at least one vaccine dose, you know that there are people who are simply lying about it. These 34 police officers in New York City, to go back to that for a moment, I got a very interesting email, which I'll read in full for you on Friday in my mailbag. And they said, you know, we talk about the few bad apples that spoil the bunch in police departments. The 34 who refuse to get vaccinated, these might be exactly the types of officers we want gone anyway, because we talk about the George Floyd situation or whatever the case may be. And I continue to believe, because of what I see, that most officers have the right intentions and want to do what's right. These 34 who are refusing to do what's right morally, in my opinion, might be the exact types of officers that we would want not on the force as it is. Now, again, for those who think the vaccine mandates don't work, clearly they do. We have seen health systems with about a 1% refusal rate, and it seems to be exactly the type of people we want gone who are leaving anyway, right? I mean, nurses who refuse to do what's right for patient safety are the ones who are ending up unvaccinated and quitting or getting fired from hospital systems. That's good. That's good. Sounds like a good thing not to have those folks providing care. The police officers who either don't want rules to apply to them or believe wrongly that there's something illegal about such a requirement, these are the ones that are quitting. Maybe these are the ones that we want to see quit as it is. The mandates are working really well. And whenever you hear, 20% are saying or are currently unvaccinated, let's wait to see how many actually end up out of their jobs. It's a very small number, and the argument can strongly be made that these are folks we probably don't want in those jobs anyway.